Hello, we're going to get into a nice fun game. We're going to be spawning directly on top of my camera going crazy, but it's going to be Acer.Bly. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to have a finals for the Zotac Cup. This is actually being done through replays right after the Zotac Cup during the broadcast for that, because Naruto decided to forfeit the finals. He decided to force it to the finals, and that means that we don't get the best of 5 finals. I'm going to bring you guys another one of the quarterfinals matches, so hopefully we will be able to keep the broadcast going and have some good fun. So we're going to spawn right on top of Acer.Bly, who's actually a Zerg teammate of Naruto. So we're going to see him going up against ESC.Daisy, the blue Protoss on the left. We're playing on GSL Metropolis, so we could be in for quite an interesting game, as Metropolis has a few features that are very, very interesting when it comes to ZVP. And actually, I just realized that also in terms of all the flustering and getting everything ready for the new cast, we actually don't have the voting system up. So I'm just going to go follow some random person's camera in this thing, and we're going to watch. No, apparently not, because he's not moving anywhere. So we're just going to go ahead and follow this guy for a second. But now, what comes into mind right here is that Bly has the weirdest style ever. He likes to basically be very, very cheesy, and it can be incredibly effective at times. I've seen him in this tourney. He went for a proxy hatchery into the natural expansion of one of his Protoss' opponents, and then we saw him try and utilize. Wait a second, was that? Did it do that against White Raw? I don't know. I don't remember, but needless to say, he's got a very interesting ZVP style, so I'm quite curious about what's going to be happening in this particular series now that we get to see him go for a ZVP against an ESC pro gamer in Daisy. So if you guys want, you can go to zanderfeverSC/vote. Let us know who you think is going to be winning, and we'll be going in, and apparently Daisy might be an Empire? Oh, I don't know, Melon. This is a pretty informal cast, so if you want, you can just go to TL right now, look it up or something, and let me know if he's on Empire or if he's on ESC, and we'll be able to update the overlay accordingly. So right off the bat, I'm pretty excited about how this is going to be turning out. So we're in for a pretty solid game. Now, Bly is getting out his lair. He's getting a 1-base lair. And Daisy's staring directly at this. Okay then, so we're having a 3.5-minute lair coming in from Bly, which makes me think he's going to be spine crawler rushing, because as you can see, Overlord, Drone, Creep, spine crawler. Alright, Melon, apparently might have left Empire. Okay, that's fine. But as you can see, Daisy's pushing forward, sees the drone. I'm pretty sure Daisy's figured out exactly what's happening. Ooh, actually, almost managed to take down the drone. But with the lair finishing, we're going to be able to see Bly get, actually, we may not be able to see Bly get the spine crawler down, because we have so much fun on cannons being thrown down in the front. And the Nexus is still down. So this is really unfortunate for Bly, considering the fact that these cannons are even protected by this back cannon. So we can't. Oh, apparently we're going to see him go for it anyway. We're going to see the cancellation. Yes, perfect cancel on that one. But this other cannon is going to be just fine. And we see how Bly apparently still wants to go for the cannon, or the spine crawler rushing. He still has no natural expansion. His lair is up. Just drones. He's getting a little bit of gas. I have no idea why he's buying gas right now. But as you can see, oh, Daisy's really, really keeping on top of this, and has a zealot there even to block and kill any kind of drones trying to get there. This is insanity. Alright, so Daisy's going to continue trying to push forward. The Lings are here and start working on taking out the back row rocks. If Bly can go ahead and get those down, and maybe even get spine crawlers down here in the back, he may be able to go ahead and hit Daisy's natural expansion from behind. But as you can see, Bly has been forced to get his natural expansion down. I mean, that's his only choice. As you can see, Daisy's pretty much defended any kind of possible spine crawler aggression in the front. The only thing is that Bly could be doing is building down spine crawlers over here, and then uprooting them and then plopping them down. Because I want to say a spine crawler beats a cannon one-on-one, but oh, we're seeing Bly getting straight through with those Lings. He's going to be able to start hitting this natural expansion mineral line. Takes down one probe. The Cybernetics core is going to be finished, and that means we can have some stalkers coming out theoretically to start trying to get this expansion to be utilized. But I mean, as you can see, Daisy's in a really good spot, and the destructive debris has been stopped getting taken out, but a couple probes have been killed by Bly. Daisy is doing a great job of actually trying to move along in terms of just getting his mining going on, but at the moment these Lings are just attacking with the cannon. They're going to be able to pick off one more probe. Daisy should probably not have a rally point on this Nexus over there, but he's also going to be able to take down a Zergling, and now we see the surrounding. We might see the retargeting onto the probe, apparently not. But that Zealot is now dead. There's going to be the death of this probe, maybe, possibly. Yes, he does get the probe. Good job there. So he's going to be able to kill off that couple Zerglings, and that's perfectly fine. As you can see, the creep is still out here in the front, and with this Stalker, these Overlords are going to be retreating. This one needs to be morphed into an Overseer in order for it to actually stay alive. It'll get its health fully back once it finishes, and then it'll just be able to sprint away and get a nice little scout. So there it is, it's sprinting away in its slow Overlord way. But Bly is just continuing. Ooh, he's got a Nidus network, look at that! Oh, he's going to go for the Nidus network, and look at Daisy being very, very aggressive with his scouting. Although there is a very significant dark spot over here. Bly, if he sees that, he'll go over there, but he may just end up throwing down the Nidus in this direction where Daisy will be able to immediately see it. But as of right now, this Nidus is completely empty, and Daisy is going to have to see this coming. He's got another gateway going down over there. Theoretically, nope, no Nidus down here either, as Daisy's going to cover his spaces over there as well. But there, oh, Bly found the spot. Wait, Daisy's sending this probe. This probe might see the... No. Oh my god, that just missed the Nidus completely. So this Nidus network is now down. We've got a bunch of Lings in there, and now we're going to have Bly sending all of the Lings moving forward. And now Daisy's going to immediately retreat all those... Ooh, maybe it's not... He can't retreat, really. They're going to be running in and starting to do a ton of attacking. The probe count, though, is not getting diminished that much. To be honest, this force field could be able to lock in all those... Oh my god, the force field just completely backfires. And now the Stalkers and Sentries can't actually engage over there. So now the probe count is going to go incredibly low. And now we're down to 20, 17, 16. Oh my god, 16. This Nidus is still up. We could have Mornings coming in, and this Nexus is looking like it's going to be falling. Looks like Bly kept a few Lings in there just to be aggressive and kill off that main Nexus. And now we're going to see that the Nidus room is going to fall. But I mean, the damage has basically been done. I mean, Bly is now ahead in the food count. We've got locking in. It looks like Bly's going to even get in more Lings right now. Streaming 4 before the Nidus does go down. Bly is going to be able to take down a couple of the pilots. No, not with the Zealots there. Those Zealots are fully healed. They're going to be very good against those. Plus, they have the +1 attack. Oh, that +1 attack is so huge against those Zerglings. And now we're down to 19 probes to 24 drones. And apparently, we're going to be having another Nidus coming down here from Bly. But as you can see, Daisy sees this coming, and this is not going to be allowed up. The Zealots are going to be more than enough to take that down. And that is an expensive loss. Nidus network heads, they cost a lot. 100 is so significant when you've got such a small economy and you're basically using pure Zerglings. To be honest, I don't think Bly's actually in a good spot at all. I think Daisy is just fine. He's got 3 gateways out. You can see he can even go for DTs or Blink. He's got the Forge out, so he can even get his +2 if he wanted to. And as of right now, the +1 is there, and now the Stalker's going to do a great job of just running around. Take a look at the Zealous spread. There's no way Bly can... Well, scratch that. There is a way Bly can go ahead and get a Nidus down. It just has to be outside the main base of... the main base of Bly. That's going to be, or the main base of Daisy, I'm sorry. It's going to be ridiculous. So there's the Nidus going to be popping out. So now Lings are pushing forward. They are including Banelings this time around. So we're going to have a Baneling bust to the front, but Sentries are in play. Force field, and these cannons will not die. But there's a whole lot of Banelings coming forward, a lot of Lings, and Daisy actually sees the Lings. He might have seen the Banelings too, come to think of it. It's entirely plausible. And now you've got all of those Lings moving forward. We see more are streaming across the map as well. But Bly is going very, very low eco. He's going to just go straight forward. There's the Baneling force to move forward. We see we see the force field going down. 2 force fields, 3 force fields. Perfect force fields are going to move forward. And now the Zealts are going to end up tanking for the Banelings, and now all of a sudden Bly is really looking to be in a bad spot. Daisy is streaming forward with a ton of units that I don't think Bly's going to be able to deal. We see more Banelings are going to morph, but this is quite a small amount compared to the Sentries, the Zealots, the cannons that Daisy's got over here. His cannon's even getting its shields back up. So this could possibly be a very bad news situation for Bly, as Daisy is in a great defensive position. Plus, this Nexus actually got corrupted. But there's going to be or contaminated, whatever it's called. And now we're going to see that defense is going quite strong. So Daisy's going to be able to have 2 bases of mining now, and we see Bly's taking a 3rd base, but he's only got 33 drones, which is very small considering that we're almost 14 minutes into the game, and Bly is handling this stuff not as well as it could be hoped. I mean, Daisy's the one that's handling it incredibly well. I mean, look at those cells. We're actually in a hold position too, and now we see Bly is kind of getting ready to put down possibly another Nidus. I mean, we see Dermite's got nothing else in it. He's going for a Roach Warren now, so he's trying to get out beefier units to deal with stuff of Daisy, and Daisy actually chose to go for the armor upgrade instead of the attack upgrade. Very interesting choice there. He may be anticipating mutas. That could very much be the case. He could very well be anticipating mutas, and therefore he would want the armor upgrade to make sure that the mutas deal 3 less damage in total, as each balance attack would be reduced by a fair degree. But now Bly's Zergling count is going to be very diminished, as we're going to see force fields probably locking them all in. And there we see, oh my god, there they are officially locked in. But now we're going to need one more force field. There it does land, and now Bly's meager army is being diminished to nothing. Oh, and that is a rough loss for him. He still has a very forward position with this Nidus network, but as you can see, Daisy is fully aware that it is apparently still spewing up a whole lot of just dirt. That looks really, really awkward, and it's kind of weird that that can be seen in the minimap like that. That's so odd. I don't know, I think it's kind of fun. Alright, so now we've got Daisy pushing forward with High Templar now. Will it be for Archons or Side Storm? Looks like it will be for Archons, and that could be a devastating attack, but Bly has got some very strong Roaches in the front. We see his Nidus network going to be falling. There it does fall, and now Daisy's going to be able to pick off these units one by one, although Bly is controlling those Roaches a little bit nicely. The problem is he just does not have that many. So there is the death of that Nidus network as it just sinks back in. Actually, what's with that? Look at that circle. That's kind of funny that the circle of creep gets formed. I'm noticing all these small little graphical things that I normally don't notice. But, oh, look at that! Another Nidus Worm! So, Bly really wants to be aggressive in the face of an army that he may not be able to do that much against. But here we have Roaches. Burrow is there, and that's going to be really, really key. So as you can see, there's no Robo out for Daisy, so Burrow could be the biggest bad news thing ever. However, the Archon could always attack a Zealot while it's on top of the burrowed Roaches, and it'll actually serve to damage them. It's an old trick that was used in Brood War for a bit. But there's going to be a dead Archon and missed force fields. So Bly loses the Nidus, but does get out the Archon, which is the beefy unit that Daisy really wants to keep alive. But Daisy got to be really careful about those sentries that are in the back. They're getting hit. These Roaches, they do have their speed upgrade, and there we see a sentry does fall. And we got charge actually done for those Zealots. Very nicely done to make sure that Daisy can actually use them really effectively. And the Robo's going down as well. And notice the Zealot is still patrolling over here to make sure that that Black doesn't put down any kind of unfortunately well-placed Nidus networks. So Bly's going to be pushing forward. Looks like Daisy wants to get a third base up, and Daisy is really defending this incredibly nicely. There we have, okay, there it does get taken down. That Roach does fall. But Bly's going to be pushing forward and trying to, look, he still hasn't used his third base. It's just a macro hatch. He's now finally going to be getting a drone there, but talk about late 11 drones. My god, and now we've got, Bly's going to be getting out his tunneling claws as well, so he's going to have burrowed movement Roaches, and they're going to be the bread and butter of his chances at taking the back of this game. Because Daisy right now is in a much better spot, especially because Daisy is now getting down Observer, so all of a sudden those burrow Roaches are going to be meaning a lot less. There's a Overlord in the middle of the map, so we could theoretically see some more nice networks in any parts of the vision, but at the moment, Infestation Pit's going down. I would kind of like to see Bly rush for Broodlords. I think that would be really cool to see Bly utilize Hive Tech, because his style of play seems like he wouldn't get there that often, to say the least. But now we're watching as this Overlord, it could theoretically get picked off. I mean, it keeps going farther over, so that will probably die. We do have a Changeling actually just falling around, and that should probably get killed, but we do have the Roaches pushing forward. The Tunneling Claws is about to complete. There, it's now done. So we could have Daisy dealing with burrowed Roaches. It's going to basically nullify the force fields. But Daisy will just retreat. Doesn't want to take any chances. If those Roaches is pushed forward and got some nice attacks, they'd be doing a ton of damage. Plus, Daisy wants to reinforce and have the Immortals present for this battle. I mean, we're seeing a ton of stuff out for him. And this Changeling is still with that army. I mean, look, it's been there for a long, long time. But Daisy has now completed his own third, and Bly is barely utilizing his third. I mean, seriously, there are 10 drones there, and that third has been up for a while, and we're 20 minutes into this game. My God. Alright, so, I think the chain was just picked off. The observer's there. Daisy's going to be happily mining at much greater efficiency than Bly. I mean, look at that, 51 drones, 20 minutes into the game, and that's with no harassment from Daisy. 31 probes have been killed by Bly, though, and we're still at 62. That's crazy that Bly is actually behind in the worker count. That is never, ever, ever the case. So with 5 infestors coming out, we've got the pathogen glands already completed, and a bunch of roaches coming out. Daisy's gonna have to deal with a strong and versatile army of Bly. However, Daisy has Blink. Daisy has Blink, and Daisy also has the +3 attack and is getting the +2 armor. These upgrades are going to be a huge advantage for him, as we have 0-0 units out for Bly. Yikes, that's really not good for him. But Bly is also still unable to really macro up a lot, as he's not even getting gas mine at the base. And just look at how few drones he truly has. And look at how oversaturated his main is. He actually has almost the same amount as main as 2 mineral patches versus his third that has a full 8. But he's mining as well as he possibly can hope for, basically. I mean, he's somehow managed to get to max food even with that slow bit of mining. And now he's got a nice roach infestor attack. The problem is there's no upgrades. Does he even have Evo Chambers? He's throwing down 2 Evo Chambers now, so that's still very late. Literally thrown up probably right before I said that or right after I said the upgrade comment. But now we're going to watch pushing forward as Bly's going to be streaming. And there's the attack. But, oh, we're going to see some forces getting cut down. A lot of the roaches are getting hit. We have 4 immortals are actually in the field. Make that 3 now because 1 just died, and this is a terrible attack for Bly. Daisy could have just gone for another set of force fields and just cut all those units in half, but now we're seeing the Blink Stalkers pushing forward, and Bly is just taking losses in terms of his army. The attack and the upgrades for Daisy are just doing so much damage. We see the Stalkers blinking back. These immortals aren't even doing anything right now, but there's a very forward blink, and Daisy is going to be wrecking this army, and I don't see how anything is going to be getting Bly back into this game. This is a very, very this is a very ridiculous game in favor of Daisy, and there we go. GG does get called, and with that in mind, we're going to give the 1-0 lead to ESC.Daisy, and we're going to move on to the next game in this series, as it is the Zotac Cup, and this is a quarterfinal, not rebroadcast, but new broadcast. So we're going to move on to the next game. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was quite cool.